Kung sinasabi nyong binudol ni Aimee si Inday or binudol ni Aimee si PRRD, ano exactly yung budol? If we're gonna go that way and yung ganon kadetalyado na pag-uusap, kasi ang klaro dito, ang nambudol yung kapatid niya. O pagkatapos, since kapatid niya yon, so kumbaga pinangahawakan ng mga tao is that guilt by association talaga si Aimee. Yun talaga yung pinangahawakan ng galit. Kaya nga sabi ko up until now, I cannot really understand kung ano yung pinaka-basis no binudol kami ni Aimee. 6 kaming magkakapatid, magkakasama kami sa bahay ng matagal na panahon. Hindi ko nga alam kung ano iniisip ng kapatid ko Magkakasama na kami sa bahay nun
Sa family talaga, may mga swail, that's swail yung sa Tagalog, di ba? It doesn't always follow na if you are part of a certain family, pareho kayo ng pinaglalaban, pareho kayo ng mindset and everything. I knew a family of lawyers, silang lahat actually, nag-viral pa sila kasi family of lawyers talaga sila. The father is actively defending the Dutertes. The other daughter actually is one of those lawyers who filed a petition in the Supreme Court about sa impeachment ni VP Sara, saying na it's constitutionally infirm and yung lahat ng mga reasons about it. Tapos the other daughter, yung viral sa TikTok, ang sinasabi niya, I'm sorry, I don't share the same politics with my father and my sister, but I'm kakamping, sabi niya. So doon ko nakita na grabe yung dynamics ng family. Even if pareho sila ng surname, iba-iba sila ng family, iba-iba sila ng belief, political belief, and the way they see things out. So yan din yung masasabi ko na I'm not defending Aimee Marcos as who she is kasi hindi naman talaga kami close. Ang nakikita ko lang is yung contributions niya sa current political landscape. Because if we look at it, most of the major scandals the country faces today, it was Aimee who exposed it. And this is something na hindi matanggap ng ibang tao kasi nga Marcos si Aimee. Let's talk about the kidnapping, di ba? It was Aimee. Siya, grabe, sabi pa niya, Aimee, bakit hindi natin yan nakukuha yung mga tao? Let's talk about yung sa rice, di ba? Yung nag-hoard ng rice, ganyan, yung mga cartels, mga ganyan. It was Aimee na sinabi din ni Aimee na bakit tayo nagkaganito? Bakit carefree silang lumalabas? Walang because Aimee, she can only do much, di ba? Kasi nga, senator lang siya, more on the legislation side, investigation, inquiry in aid of legislation, investigations, ganyan lang. Pero when it comes to enforcement, ibang usapan. About sa ICC arrest ni PRRD, ito yung pina-formiha. This is the reason why masasabi ko talaga na Aimee is doing a great job as a senator. As a senator. This is because during the ICC arrest of PRRD, pwede kasi dapat manahimik na lang si Aimee and let everything happen the way that it's happening, right? Ganyan. Pero Aimee chose to face the giants. Yung lahat ng tinira niya lahat ng DOJ.
Ang bongga doon, ang na-appreciate ko doon, she took risk. Kasi nga, I have to watch the hearing twice. Kasi, medyo late ko na na-realize na si Aimee, she went in that hearing knowing na yung kapatid niya yung ultimately na tatamaan ng hearing na yun. Kasi nung unang criticism dun sa hearing ni Aimee, ang sinasabi, bakit hindi man madikdik ni Aimee, hindi niya mabanggit yung pangalan ng kapatid niya, ineme, ganyan. I was reminded of the doctrine of qualified political agency. And I'm pretty sure, alam yun ni Aimee na nung pumasok siya ng hearing na yun, ang presumption is that yung kapatid niya talaga ang may kasalanan at nagutos. There is no other way around it. Yun yung presumption. So, ibig sabihin, kung kunwari, walang nangyari dun sa hearing ni Aimee, walang nakembot dun. Ibig sabihin, lahat ng mga taong nandun, mga cabinet secretary, lahat ng nakausap ni BBM, pertaining to the kidnapping of PRRD, it is under BBM's account, undoubtedly. And kung kunwari naman na merong ibang mga tao na nakisawsaw at nakialam, hindi pa rin nun mabubura yung participation ni Bongbong. Kasi the only way for Bongbong Marcos to relieve himself dun sa responsibility ng kidnapping is for him to repudiate yung ginawa ng mga cabinet officials niya,
Ito yung latest, sabi ng The Freeman, nakalagay dito na nag-press conference si Sen Aimee. At inano na niya, sinabi niya na yung kidnapping ni PRD is a whole of government approach.
Ang sa akin din kasi, Miss Joey, Attorney Trixie, is yung fact na alam na natin, I personally believe na hindi inosente si Bongbong sa kidnapping, sa illegal unlawful arrest of PRRD. Hindi, alam ko yan. Pero the thing is, how can we file a case nga against him and the people who helped him execute the job if there is no investigation that has taken place? Di ba? Wala tayong alam eh. So, it's not easy na automatically tag natin, ikaw kasi may kasalanan, president ka. How can we prove nga? Diba? So that's why, ang sinasabi ko sa mga write-up ko, na Aimee is actually holding the key now. Hindi siya takot mag-guro-guro eh, kapatid siya. Alam naman guro-gurin siya ng sarili niyang family. So, may nasa strategic position siya ngayon. At the same time, siya yung head ng foreign relations, di ba? Ano yung sa elections na committee ng Senate. So, grabe, nasa kanya talaga lahat yung control and yung parang bala natin. So kung ako nga, for example, if I'm a lawyer tapos I'm part of the defense team of PRRD, yung mga nag-transpire during the Senate hearing, I will use those as materials for me to build up the cases that I will file against Torre, I will file against Marbil and everyone who is involved with that unlawful arrest of PRRD. Kaya sinasabi ko, it's Aimee who made all these things happen. That's why we should help her out. Now, if bad chance in the future, hindi yan babaliktad si Aimee, hindi niya gagawin yung niya, it's a political suicide on her political career. Kasi nga, di ba, we gave you another chance, Aimee, because with the thought na you are a good Marcos. It's just that your last name is Marcos. So now, ganito ginawa mo sa amin, so no more. So that's never again, parang ganyan. Pero ngayon, let's give her a chance. Sorry. Kasi nga, she's doing a great job sa investigation.
I'd like to point out something. In 2022, Inday Sara endorsed more than 14 candidates for senator. Naalala niyo to? More than 14 because PRD has endorsed 13. Si VP Inday, 12. Kumbaga, there is no cut-off. So, even yung Duterte, nobody is questioning the Duterte. Ang nagsasabi, Duterte plus 2. Totoo naman yon. So, it's Duterte plus yung 4. You can consider anybody of those. Hindi nagsasalungatan yung mag-ama. Hindi sinabi ni PRD, wag niyong iboto yung mga inendorso ni Inday. Wala siyang specifics na ganyan. And as a lawyer, he would be specific. In other words, ang tingin ko is he's just adding to the pool that you can consider for the +2. Wala siyang in VP Inday's case, hindi rin niya sinabing huwag niyong pansinin yung sinabi ng tatay ko. She could actually say that the problem is he's isolated, he doesn't know the reality on the ground, ganyan. Wala. So there's a pool of candidates dito sa sa +2.
Sorry Joey hindi ako sure, pero I think she has not written or even talk about Camille Villar, all the good things about Camille Villar, but I am talking about Camille Villar.
Okay.
You see, because yung point ko, iba yung point ko sa kay Joey. Alam ni Joey yung problem sa Prime Water and everything. I have no idea about the Prime Water. What I knew about is the tactical alliance that we can create with the Villars in the upcoming elections, presidential elections 2028. So, yung mga arguments ko sa mga sinulat ko, like in 2016, di ba, nag-zero ng field sa presidency ang party ni Manny Villar because they are in full support of Duterte. Pero ang point ko nga, the fact na VP Sara endorsed Camille means to say that there are conversations we ordinary people, we dissenters did not hear. And then, and there are negotiations that are not meant for public consumption. So yan yung sinasabi ko sa kanila. So yun, dapat intindihin natin na kung i-compare natin how ang deal when it comes to PRRD and to VP Sara, this is only my opinion I love Tatay Digong. But now, I think we should be protecting more VP Sara because siya yung nasa linya PRRD. For example, after the ICC case, wala na, okay na. Sa Davao, for sure, panalo siya kung hindi dadayain. Walang problem. Yun lang, yung mga political harassments na lang yung harapin niya. But with VP Sara, impeachment case, disbarment case, cases filed in the petitions filed against her in the Supreme Court. So sabi ko, alam ni VP Sara yung ginagawa niya. She knows how to navigate her political career. So we should trust her now more than ever. Ikaw yung nasa ikaw yung nasa nasa line of fire ka ngayon, tapos bigla mong i-endorse ang presidential sister, bigla mong i-endorse ang one of Alianza members, Camille Villar. So there must be really something behind that all of us did not see or did not realize that VP Sara has realized. So yan yung point ko. That's why I'm talking about Camille and Ivy.
Ako, isa sa mga pinaka I do not like Camille Villar kasi nga dahil nga dun sa prime water. pero I understand that the Villars have machinery.
In 2022, Cynthia Villar supported VP Inday. As in, she supported part of the yung campaign logistics and all that. The Villars were a significant portion of that.
In 2016 until 2022, hanggang tumakbo ng senator si Mark Villar, gamit niya the Dutertes. So, dapat na-realize na yan ng mga tao ngayon.
Yeah, I think yun nga, kumbaga parang ang dyan, this is Inday pushing back Ito yung Inday na sumisipa. Kasi di ba yung dati nga nababadrip kayo kay Inday kasi parang feeling ng mga tao ang arbitrary ni Inday, parang hindi naman niya gustong magpresidente and things like that. But now it's a different scenario altogether. Sumisipa si Inday. Lahat ng mga nang-api sa kanya, iniisa-isa niya, pinupuntahan niya. Dumidiskarte si Inday. Siya yung nakaharap, siya yung nasa frontline, siya yung may pinakamaraming risk na kinakaharap. Okay? And therefore, I am going to give that space for her para dumiskarte in order to be successful kung ano yung goal niya. So, kaya nga sabi ko ako, hindi sa feel si Camille, pero hindi na value meron siyang So, I'm giving her that space. I'm giving her that space na mag-isip. I'm giving her that space na dumiskarte. At saka, kasi, ang pamantayan ko talaga sa buhay is that when you are going to stand by something, kasi hindi naman natin talaga malalaman kung gaano ka-sincere ang isang tao.
Tama.
Kaya yung parang yung mga etos-etos na yung mga etos-etos, sorry ha, this is one thing na yung kinikriticize ko din dun sa mga nagko-comment na hindi naman yung sincere si Amy, hindi naman yung sincere si ganito, hindi naman you do not know for sure. We will never know who's sincere and who's not sincere. Okay? So parang tigil-tigilan natin yung illusion natin na kaya nyong i-determine ang isang tao whether sincere siya o hindi. You can't.
Yes.
Okay? But what we can see and what is visible to the naked eye are the risk a person is taking whenever they take a stand. Because yun yung direct equivalence ng sincerity niya. Gaano kalaki yung risk na pinapasok ng isang tao sa isang bagay na pinaninindigan niya. Kasi kung gaano kalaki yung risk na susuungin niya, ibig sabihin, ganun siya kasincere doon sa stand na yun.
Inday Sara does not do anything na last minute. Alam niya may tendency siya to be impulsive, lalong-lalo na minsan pag nagsasalita. Parang PRD yan na namamana yan Pero, when she undertakes something, at alam niyang padating, she plans, including support structures. VP Inday doing her own empire building in preparation for 2028. She needs certain people. Hindi pwedeng yung papasok ka sa laban, wala ka namang bala. So, the Villars are bala providers. One of them. I'm not saying they're the only ones. Now, the issue of prime water is a sore point. But here's the thing. If they become part of Inday Sara's administration, she gets to control them. Iba na ang usapan yan. Pag presidente na siya. and everybody else will be subject to her mandate, including Prime Water. Diba? Whatever na gustuhin nila, wala naman silang choice kung di sumunod eh. Even kunwari, maintaining public office, if you're president, you're president like VP Inday with a mass base like what we have now, what she has now, I think that she'll be able to pretty much dictate the same way her father did. So, may lamang lang si PRD talaga ng konti. Kasi nga, he knew exactly from day one that he was up against the ingrained people. So, para sa akin, she's planning for that, beyond that. Ngayon, kailangan mo yung tao eh. This is politics. You negotiate. Right now, siya nga yung mas dehado kasi may nasa posisyon yung mga kinakausap niya. Pero she asked them na tumaya sa kanya. Remember, hindi rin naman, isa sa possibly na pinag-usapan nila, hindi naman umalis si Camille sa alyansa. Hindi ni-require.
Kaya lang itong tinatanong, umalis na ba si Camille sa alyansa?
Hindi ni-require ni Inday for her endorsement. Think about that. This was something she could have asked for, hindi niya hiningi.